And welcome back to another fish room video. If you haven't seen any of my videos before, I've been breeding and keeping fish for about 40 years. I've had an aquarium shop for about 25 years, and this is my private breeding tanks at home. So I breed a lot of different fish and keep a lot of different fish. Big fish, little fish, you name it. Weird fish. Those are so weird, aren't they? But anyway, this video is about spawning bichir or bichir, depending on what part of the world you come from. I have done a few detailed videos about them, so I'm not going to get into too much detail, but I'm just going to show you what size tank I've got them breeding in, show you them spawning, showing you babies and what to feed them and stuff like that. They are super easy to breed. I'm surprised there's not a ton of videos on how to breed them out there. There's a few, but not that many for some strange reason. But anyway, this rack system here, and if I step back so you can actually see it, is 12 2-foot tanks, all connected up. So they've got holes drilled in the back of them, overflow into a sump. So yeah, for this video though, we are turning off one of the 2-foot tanks. So it is just a standard 2-foot tank. So this is not actually on the system, and this is the one we're going to spawn them in. We've got 2/3 reverse osmosis water, or RO water, which is just water with no mineral content whatsoever, pretty much a neutral pH, but because it doesn't have any mineral content, the pH will drop super quick because there's no trace elements and minerals to buffer the pH, if that makes sense. If you're not too sure about pH and GH and stuff, Google it or ask questions. I can get back to you on that. It's very easy once you get used to it. But you want low mineral content to trigger them to spawn. That is the main thing with bichir or bichir. Okay, the tank setup is just a sponge filter. It has a little bit of suboxetang. You can use moss, whatever. And it's got a couple of fluorescent pink spawning mops. Why are they fluorescent pink? Because everyone says you need boring colors, and those people are wrong. There you go. Doesn't matter what color you use. I've had them spawn in fluorescent pink mops over the years. These are the same mops. They're going to spawn again in them. And the way that bichir or bichir, I'm going to call them bichir because we're in Australia and that's what we do. The way that they breed is they push themselves into like your plants or your spawning mop. Female will release the eggs. The males will fertilize the eggs outside the fish's body. So very easy to breed, sort of like tetras and all that sort of stuff. A little bit different than cichlids, obviously, depending on the species, but very easy. So we're going to grab 1 female and 2 males in this size tank. Senegal bichir don't get overly big, and this is my Senegal bichir tank. There they are at the back. So these are all boys and girls that I've bred myself over the years. Some of these are probably at 4 or 5 years old. 1 or 2 might be about 8 or 9 years old now. Now, the important thing is to try and figure out males and females. And if you see the anal fin on that one there, which is the fin just at the base of the tail, that big flat bit there that looks like sort of a hand like that is a boy. And the females have a narrow pointed fin. That'll be a girl there if she'll turn around. That's a boy right in front. Okay, zoom in. That's a girl. That one there. Creep around, creep around. There we go. So that is a girl with a pointier fin. I know, you're probably saying there's no difference, but there is a difference. Let's find another boy. Look at that, he's tucked his little fin away. He's shy. Okay, there we go. Boys have a wide paddle type fin. Oh, there's a really easy to tell boy there. And the females have like a narrow pointed one. So now that you know males and females, we're going to grab 3 of these out and we're going to pop them in our spawning tank. Well, it has been about half an hour. We have acclimatized them and just released them into the tank. And if you haven't seen any of my videos on acclimatizing fish, we've just been dripped into a bucket over about half an hour, and that's why we've slowly adjusted the pH and the water hardness. You don't want to just dump them in because that will shock them and freak them out, but they are now in their 2-foot tank. So what we're going to do now is just pretty much ignore them. I do have a lid on top, I have a brick on top, I have a rock on top. Because I do not trust them, they will hit the top and jump out. So when they spawn, they're going to chase each other around like crazy. I do have a few videos of them spawning, so there might be a link at the end of this video if I'm not lazy enough to do that. Well, if I am, yes, you know what I mean. But yes, that is where they are now. So To save you the boredom of waiting for another video, we have actually spawned bichir in the tank next door in the last week. So in here somewhere, if I can actually see them, there will be some eggs just ready to hatch. I'm gonna get my hand in the tank and see if we can see anything wiggle. Oh, there's one. Okay, this is gonna be super hard to see. Where are you? Ah, here it is. Oh, gone. Okay. Whoop. Okay. I don't know if you can see this yet on camera, but they are wiggling everywhere, so they have hatched. There is one. Oh, there's an egg. Okay. We're going to zoom in so we can actually show you. That little thing there that looks like a tadpole is a baby bichir. And there is another one right there. Not that worm, but the thing next to the worm. So if I can gently just go down, you may see it wiggle. That there is how small a baby bichir is. That is my finger. So what we're going to do, oh god, yeah, look at that. It helps to actually have eyesight so you can actually see stuff. But that is alive. Oh, there's another one. And there is an egg right there on my finger that hasn't hatched yet. So obviously, oh, okay, there's quite a few of them. So that is what a baby bichir looks like. So obviously these are now in a 2-foot tank, ton of plant. So the next thing we're going to do is find a little cup and an eyedropper, haha, like one of those. And we're going to try and eyedrop the baby bichir. There it is. If I can focus. Okay, there's two there. There is one. Got you. So we have a bichir in there. We have a little tub here. There is our bichir in an eyedropper. We are gently going to pop you. That wasn't him. Oh, stop that. Come on. There he goes. Right down the bottom. And we're going to repeat that about, well, I was going to say about 100 times, but not 100 times because we're not going to save 100 of them. We're only going to save probably about 20 or so. So in here, there he is. That is a tiny little bichir. So their first food is going to be newly hatched baby brine shrimp. They do like moving food. So before my other videos, you'll see me use a whole lot of this stuff, which is your Ocean Nutrition shell-free brine shrimp. And yeah, you soak that and feed to all the babies. That is not going to work with bichir. You'll need something wiggling and moving. So you can use micro worms, but baby brine shrimp works pretty easy. Where are these babies? I've actually caught a few of them now. There they are, right at the side. And this little trap here is one of these Zis breeding traps. They work really, really well. The only problem I think I've got is it sucks the water from the outside through that little grill and up the top. And in this tank, I have some tiny little Hoplo fry. So I hope the fry are not small enough to get in here, because if they are, they're going to eat my baby bichir. Yes, and if you haven't seen Hoplos before, there's some Hoplo catfish. These are albinos. The fry is not albino, but how cool are they? And actually, oh, I do. I've got one in a cup. One in a cup? I do. That there is a baby Hoplo catfish. How cool is that? I know. So obviously that one is too big to go through that grill, but there are smaller ones in there. Whole lot down in this tank here. Happy days. I know, we're just breeding random stuff. I'm still not saying it's a success. I do have a couple of hundred fry, but the parents have not bred again, and I will be doing a video on how I've spawned the bichir. No, not the bichir, the Hoplo catfish. I know, but yeah, I was waiting for them to spawn again, but if they only spawn once, it's probably not really a success, is it? You know, you could call that a fluke. But bichir, this is probably about the 7th time, 8th time I've bred them. So we're only going to raise a few of these up, as I said, because they're a little bit of a pain. They get to a certain size where they try and eat each other. So if you've got tons and tons of them, you're going to end up with a few anyway. So I'm going to try and remove about 20 or so out of this tank, pop them into that breeding box there, and keep the rest in here. So these parents in here, not interested in doing anything yet. So the way that they're going to start to spawn is the female's going to get a little bit excited, the males are going to chase them around, and then we're just going to ignore them for about 2 or 3 days. Then we're going to take them out, ignore it for another week, and then we'll be at this stage here where we'll have eggs. And there is an egg there. Let's zoom in. Eggs like that are ready to hatch, and a whole lot of fry. And it is a little bit of a pain trying to get the fry out. If you move, oh, there is quite a few little wiggling ones around. Don't know if you can even see that on camera, but they're like tiny little tadpoles. Okay, there's quite a few. I'm seeing like 20, 30 or so just in that little bit. And I know there's heaps of eggs still ready to hatch. Yeah, they're just darting all over the place. But that is how you breed bichir in a 2-foot tank. Pretty simple. I think temperature-wise, we're at about 25, 26 degrees Celsius. Yeah, low hardness, so low GH, low KH, pH of 6.5. Once the fry are like that, we raise the pH slowly up to about 7 or so and add more mineral content to the water, so the GH and the KH is risen up again. Otherwise, they're going to crash with that many fish eating that much food. But there you go. That is pretty much just breeding expensive fish. Well, for Australia, they're like $150 a fish. Yeah, overseas, obviously a lot cheaper, but you could breed tiger bichir and other ones like that. And talking about tigers, I call them bichir, not bichir then. Haha, there is a tiger. Hello. So we do plan on spawning our tigers. I've got 1 bigger girl and 2 boys in this tank. And this tank is like 9 foot by 4 foot. So as soon as she is conditioned, wherever she is, and actually she is in the log. Cannot even see her. There she is. She's in the log. She's pretty big. She's probably about 50, 60 centimeters. That one there is one of the smaller boys under this Oscar. He's probably only about 25 centimeters or so. So needless to say, they will be too big to breed in a 2-foot tank. So I'm just going to do exactly what I've done with these and maybe have a 120 centimeter 4-foot tank to spawn them. So I may spawn them in the next week or 2, depending on motivation and all that sort of stuff. But there we are. That is breeding more fish, because I really need to breed more fish in a 2-foot tank. Other things that have spawned lately, while we're in my fish room, we might as well. In here, I have a pair of blue rams. There is the girl. The boy is somewhere in there. In my last fish room video, I said, yeah, they're going to spawn soon. And as you can see on the screen, they spawned. Tons of fry. Awesome. Blue rams are kind of neat. They'll look after their babies as well. This is their first time. And then the day after, no fry. And we jump to today. Yes, absolutely no fry. The parents are in there. I have no idea what happened. Suspect the parents ate them. But then, as you see on the screen, there is a coolie loach in my tank. Why is there a coolie loach in my tank? Because the coolie loaches I do have that I do want to spawn, that were in this tank with the neons, and these are neons that we've actually spawned. If you go back like 4 months, I've got a video on breeding neons. One of the coolie loaches got through the overflow, which the overflow looked like that there. So I've now replaced it with one of those. So not only did it go through the overflow, but it went through the sump pump and then through the piping and ended up there. I know, what a disaster. Doesn't really matter, they're gonna breed again. But they had a lovely batch of fry. and then all gone overnight. It's kind of crazy. It was a big coolie loach too. Yeah, where are the coolie loaches? Let's see if we can find them in here. It'd be hilarious if there's baby coolie loaches in here. Oh look, we're not even going to be able to find them because they're so in the subwasser tank. They're probably all through the sump. You know, I did see one. Whoop. There they go, there they go. Darting coolie loaches everywhere. Sorry guys and girls. We'll just pick your subwasser tang back down. Yes, I'm still conditioning them to breed. I haven't even triggered them or anything like that. May never breed them, don't know. I've never bred coolie loaches before, but we're going to have a good go at it. Oh, and one thing that we've never bred before, which we did breed as well, are our albino emperor tetras. How pretty is that? Okay, so these are the parents. Obviously not the fry, but the fry, which are near impossible to see, are in this tub. And there are tons of them now. Oh, I knew as soon as I said there's fry in here. Oh, there's one. I wouldn't be able to see them. Look at that. That is an albino emperor tetra. That little tiny, oh, there's another one. Little tiny speck. 2 specks. Okay, that one's a lot smaller than that one. Hopefully they won't eat each other. I think there's only about 20, but they were just spawned pretty much the same way as the bircher, but with no filter, just in a tub, let them spawn on the same spawning mops, ironically, and yeah, away they go. So I'm feeding them with just micro food, wherever my food is. Just Hikari first bite, sprinkling it in, and yeah, they're eating it, whoop-de-doo. And then baby brine shrimp and stuff like that. Oh, and talking about more baby fish, Neolamprologus, there's mum there, are still going okay. There was a baby right there. If you can see him or her. There's another one. And there's another one, and another one. Oh, and another one. Okay, they look like gravel, but they're not gravel. There they are. She has done a really, really good job. That is her first batch of babies, and she's managed to keep them alive. I think there's about 8 or 9 of them, and they're actually starting to look like fish. So that's kind of amazing. I did save a few more fish from the shop. Where are they? There they are. These are Tanganicans. So if you want to guess in the comments what they are, can you even see them? Where are they? Why are they down the bottom? There they are. So those are Tanganicans. They're about a week old. And yes, I have them in the dodgiest little contraption ever. It is an egg tumbler with the top off and an air stone in it. I really need to get them out of that and put them somewhere, but I'm kind of running out of room for baby fish at the moment. I know, and I still need to find somewhere to put all those black calvus, which I have in the shop, which are super awesome. And I did save more tadpoles. There they all are there. Those are not bircher, they are tadpoles. More fry. Those are just convicts, but there is enough of them. And in here, some blue-eyed cichlids and more red devils. Yes, there is a mixture of blue-eyed cichlids and red devils together. I think they're going to be all right for a little bit until they're not all right. But yeah, I'm sort of running out of room, so I'm sort of doubling up on frying a few tanks. Baby angelfish are starting to look like angelfish. There they are. Kind of looking like angelfish. Well, that one looks like an angelfish. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of angelfish spawning, but I've got them there. Nothing in there at the moment. But I think... Oh, I do need to show you some of this. These are looking freaking awesome. So these are all my Malawi cichlid fry. Look how red some of the babies are already getting. So these are a Lunicara or red peacocks. If we can focus. Really, really nice. Not color fed or anything like that. And these are just tiny little babies, which I cannot focus on. But my electric yellows. We have an issue with my electric yellows. See those? Those are not electric yellows. They were inside the female electric yellow's mouth, but they're hybrids. So I think that Dimensoni has bred with the electric yellow. And yes, I have horrible hybrids. Boo! So I don't sell hybrids, but I think I will grow them up, see what they look like, which is probably going to be horrible. Who knows, they might be an awesome blue color, but I doubt it. We're going to see what they look like anyway. And I do have more fry in here. These are pure. It's just starting to wiggle. Those are more red peacocks. Same as those, more red peacocks. Okay, a lot of fry everywhere. Because I had too many big Malawi cichlids in these 4-foot tanks up the top, I have actually added another tub. I think this is like a 500 litre tub, 400, 500 litre, something like that, connected to this 800 litre tub because I needed to split a few more fish up. And this whole system is just on a canister filter, pumping the water there, another pump pumping up there, and then all trickling back. Yes, the water is murky because I spent the whole day cleaning algae and everything is stirred. It'll be nice and crystal clear, like this tank system here, in another day or so. But that is where we are with all that. And oh, look, we've got more fry. Look how much these have grown in a week. Look at that, that's crazy. So these are red devils. I know, what am I going to do with so many red devils? I'm going to sell them. I have some awesome red devils available soon. Look at them, little pot bellies on them. And tons of super green Texas. And more fry, and more fry, and more fry, and grow out fry and everything like that. Anyway, not going to go through any of these. I do need to spawn some of the Corydoras. I have completely stirred up their tanks today. Wow, yeah, they are stirred. Cleaning algae the whole entire day. But anyway, if you did like this video on breeding cool fish in 2-foot tanks, yeah, hit the thumbs up and all that sort of stuff. Like the video for the lovely algorithm. We'll see you in the next video. Thanks heaps for watching and see you then.